Let's go to Peter for intros.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second contest of the evening is scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division. Your referee, Leo Gerstel. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner to my left, wearing solid black trunks. He's a battle-tested, hard-nosed veteran and upset specialist who comes to us from Warwick, Rhode Island. Ladies and gentlemen, Alfred, Keenan, Raymond. And his opponent, standing directly across the ring, fighting out of the red corner to my right. A Boston Boxing Promotions fan favorite who enters the ring undefeated. 4 wins, 0 defeats, and is coming off a big win by way of knockout. All the way from Simi Valley, California, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Mario Christopher Ramirez. 4 rounds, middleweights.
This one's going to be good, I think.
Here we go. Yeah, 4-round bout here. Like I said, we know we're very familiar with both of these trainers, both of the seconds.
Yep.
So we're very excited for this one, and you can see there already. I think just before the bell even rings, the size, the height advantage here for Mario Ramirez, as Leo Gerstel rings the bell for round number 1. Yeah, I can see the height advantage.
That's something. If I'm him, I would want to put to work right away.
Nice overhand there from Keenan Raymond. I think both these guys, I think we're told to start very quickly here, especially in a 4-round bout.
Exactly.
Ramirez, I think the knock on him in the past sits a little bit too far back on the jab and counter punches, and needs to lead more. And he's going to be in there with a guy who, when he's confident, certainly performs very well. And we watched him get a draw in a fight against Kenny Larson.
For 5 minutes, he had a win over Kenny Larson
before
they decided, I guess,
there's
scores were
error,
mistabulated.
Right. Mistabulated, but he got a draw against Kenny Larson in a fight a lot of people felt he deserved to win, and that was considered a big upset at the time. So you can see here he's already starting off pretty quickly.
Beat Julian Baptiste, who's fighting on Top Rank tonight in a couple hours. I think they split. I think Julian was awarded a decision in the second fight, but still.
He can hang in with guys.
Yep.
And he's already, he's the one right now pushing the action forward.
Yep. Fought David Ribeiro to a draw, who's a very good amateur from this area.
Yes. That was, again, another surprise.
Yep.
So, if he gains confidence early, like what he's doing right there, nice 1-2.
I don't know how he's reaching that jab, but it's landing.
He certainly is getting through Ramirez's guard here.
Yep. I'd like to see Chris start working his jab more, just keep some space. Because, the height advantage is overwhelming, but you got to use it.
I think right now he's looking for counter-punching opportunities, but, again, the nice 1-2 there.
Yeah.
I feel like if he lets Raymond continue to land these punches while he sits back, he's going to lose rounds here.
Right.
Nice flicking jab there from Raymond.
Good combination for Chris.
Chris
some
follows
body
it up.
work right back.
But he's got to be the one leading right now, as Keenan Raymond's doing some good work here. In fact, I think Keenan Raymond is winning this round.
Yeah, I think he's landed the more consequential blows up till this point. And like you said, Chris's last fight, he was the outlier, right? He came out and he just took it to Ian Beatriz, and he looked mean, and
he did. Oh, nice there.
Good hook
best combination of the fight right now for Ramirez, who might want to, as we're coming to the end of the round here, might want to put an exclamation point if this is still up in the air in the judges' hands.
You want to steal it at that 10-second clap. Oh, another great jab from Keenan,
and 2 body punches there from Raymond, I'll tell you.
And the thing is, when a shorter guy's jabbing a real tall guy's like that, head back, it
looks visually.
Right, yes.
They got work to do. I think Raymond took that round, especially in a 4-rounder like this. Chris has been in there with
guys are showing up just for a check. They
No.
you know, so I mean,
For sure, for sure.
I don't look at it as a padded 4-0. You know, he had to work. Those first 3 of those fights all went to decisions.
We're gonna look here at the replay, brought to you by our wonderful team behind the scenes, and you can see here Keenan Raymond getting through with that jab and that using and finding his way through that large height of Mario Ramirez as we go into round 2 of 4.
There's a jab again.
Keenan Raymond in the black, Mario Ramirez in the leopard trunks. Once again, Keenan
Keenan's
Raymond
just being first every time. Good return there from Chris, but and these are the moments where I'd like to see Chris just pop that jab out. You know,
yeah, you can't be standing there waiting.
Coach always called it window shopping. You know, like you gotta have that clock in your head. 1, 2, step off. The longer he's standing in front of him, especially Chris, who keeps his lead hand very low all the time.
Especially,
that's what he's given that free jab away, and Keenan's taking advantage of it.
Especially nice overhand shot there.
Yep.
Especially you have a judge, like I said, Joe Peace gave that last fight, 77-75. I think he was rewarding the activity of ropes. Just maybe that even.
And if he had that scored like that, you'd expect.
Yeah, he may be. He's probably going to be giving Keenan Raymond rounds if Keenan Raymond's the one throwing more.
Yeah, and coming forward. Yeah, Chris just got to let his hands go here.
Yeah, Raymond there putting together some combinations.
Keenan's a tricky guy, but he is standing right in front of him. You know, you got to throw. Good combination there.
Yep,
a lot on the gloves, but if you're throwing, he's not, right? So
exactly.
Good body work from Keenan. Some good work there from Chris, and a stiff jab from Keenan again.
Nice overhand shot there from Keenan Raymond.
Yep. And the thing is, he's being active when in the clinch there. You know, even the shoe shine, it's points you're scoring.
Nice uppercut. That is probably the
there.
best punch for Ramirez so far, in my opinion.
Yep.
That's what he's got to do against a smaller guy.
Yeah.
Uppercuts on the inside.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to put on the inside, you got to use your jab to keep him at bay. And I feel like we're just not getting enough of that right now.
Right. Oh,
nice exchange there. That really got the crowd going. I think a more competitive round. But I think I still wonder. You know, I think that might have gone Keenan Raymond's way. These are going to be.
I mean, right now.
You can see there, nice jab. That you see here in the replay, Keenan Raymond using the jab very well.
I think Keenan's up 2-0 right now, given
breaking down the bigger man,
the forward pressure, and I just think Chris needs to get busier. When he let his hands go, even if they're not all scoring blows, it stagnates Keenan's offense a little bit. And if you're just going to stand there and look at him, punches are going to come back at you, you know?
Absolutely.
Even in the clinch here, I mean, I know they're inconsequential punches, but the judges are watching you be busy while the other guy isn't, you know?
For sure. I mean, at this point, I think there's no doubt that, Strelo needs to step on the gas here.
Yeah.
Because if he's down 2-0 especially, I mean, at this point.
You got 6 minutes left, and you haven't found that perfect counterpunch to floor him yet. There's no guarantee it's going to come.
Exactly.
And like you said, Keenan's a guy who I think seems to thrive on confidence, and I'm sure his confidence is growing each round.
It's got to be very high right now.
Which is why I think it was important for Chris to come out like he did against Ian and
For sure.
maybe try, show him who he was in there with, and he hasn't went there yet.
No, I mean, you can see
Trip.
a trip there. I see Keenan Raymond, he's getting out of the way of punches. He's not afraid to trade on the inside. It's been a very impressive performance for him.
Ooh. Sneaky little uppercut. Chris has got to work. I mean, I think this round's going like the first two right now.
It's not a ton happening right now.
No.
But again, I think if Raymond, just by letting the hands going more, is probably the one that's probably stealing this action right now. I think I just don't feel like Ramirez has used his size enough and that all the advantages he has physically.
Right. Landed a few good there, but I wanted to see him keep Keenan at the end of his jab and at the end of his punches, and Keenan's been closing that distance since the first bell.
Been really being able to make this fight on the inside. Well, again, Ramirez does slip in a nice counter once in a while, but I don't know if it's going to just be enough right now in the eyes of the judges, who are going to, they like offense, and I think that matters more to them sometimes than the guy who's getting in second and counter punching. Yeah, definitely a good performance tonight from Keenan Raymond. Some fast 1-2, nice little 1-2 there from Ramirez.
And that's what Chris has to
nice
do.
Jab there from
let
Ramirez.
his hands go.
Yeah, this is better from Ramirez when he's moving around the ring and jabbing, for sure.
He's not going to think twice about walking you down if there's nothing coming back at him.
I'm going to say this. I think this round is probably the closest so far.
Well,
but again, did Ramirez do enough? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it could easily be another Raymond round.
Yep. I think it was Chris's best output in the round.
Best output, but he could easily be down 3-0. Chris J and Haas Janik are over there talking to him.
Yep.
And I imagine they're telling him, hey, man,
this is it.
This is it. You got to step on the gas here because this guy is outworking you. Pretty clear as day.
Yep. Well, if there's ever going to be a time where he's going to, throw caution to the wind and switch up the approach, it's got to be now.
It's got to be now. You can see there in the corner of Keenan Raymond.
Yeah.
I think Bernardo.
And I know Aaron. Aaron's loving what he's seeing out of Keenan.
Aaron's very happy, and I think he's just telling him right now, do not let off that gas.
Exactly. Yep. He's telling him, 3 more minutes.
Don't leave this on the table. Win that last round.
And you've got your second win. Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be very pleased right now with this fighter. As we go to the fourth and final round between Keenan Raymond in the black trunks and Mario Christopher Ramirez in the leopard trunks. Second of 9 professional fights tonight. And once again, Keenan Raymond letting his hands go on the inside. I think Ramirez got a little bit of a counter in there at the end, but again, I still feel like Raymond's getting the better of these exchanges.
Right.
1-2 to
Chris
the body.
got to just bite down on that mouthpiece, and I know I think that's counter to his typical style and approach, but you're not going to find a stoppage going backwards at this point in the fight. I don't think
you have to fight. You gotta have to fight this guy on the inside at this point. And right now, I mean, frankly, I just think Raymond's just, at least in this first minute here, mauling him, outworking him, frustrating him. Yeah, I mean,
another big jab.
Who's had the better jab tonight? I think it's clearly Keenan Raymond.
Which you don't expect with the 5'8" guy or 5'10" against the 6'3" guy, but that's been the case.
It's been really it's been impressive how to fight the taller man. Ramirez trying to let his hands go again.
Yeah. But you can't shell up and just There you go. Good combination.
Yeah, he finally gets
that's what you need out of
going.
Chris. Exchange jabs.
But at this point, it seems like it's like, okay, you do your fighting, I do my fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's back, it's at this point he needs to win these rounds.
Yeah, there's ground to
pretty
make
clearly
up.
if he needs to. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he even wants to draw at this point, and it
might not be.
I don't think that's. At this point,
Good
I mean, he is
there.
doing better this round,
yeah.
but like I said, I think at this point it's going to be very. I think Raymond's either going to win this or, maybe I don't think I could see a draw, frankly.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so. I mean, Chris is definitely scoring more in this round.
Yeah, Raymond is going to win this. I think I may have said
No,
Ramirez.
yeah.
Raymond is clearly ahead right now. Nice overhand from Raymond. Does some body work there.
Snuck in a good left hook to the body.
Another hook may have landed. You can tell, I mean, Ramirez is definitely trying to let the hands go this round, but I just think it's a little too late here. But it has been the most exciting, I think,
of
action
the rounds,
easily. But again, I just feel like he should have been fighting at this pace a little bit earlier.
Good jabs. And again, those last two exchanges, both guys are landing jabs, but
you can tell. I mean, look at the confidence of Keenan Raymond right now. Very confident, really believes he's won this fight. And there you go, end of 4 rounds. Yeah, I think at least on my scorecard, Keenan Raymond did it.
I'd be surprised to see Chris get the nod again. Some better work in the 4th round. I think it was a little bit more of aggressive an approach, letting his hands go in the 4th. But
certainly,
in a 4-round fight,
on my unofficial scorecard, I have Raymond winning every round.
Mm-hmm.
I could see 39-37. I could see an argument there, but on my card, I think he won 4-0.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I say that impartially because I like both. I like both. I know Chris pretty well now, and I know his trainers very well. They're great guys. I know Aaron worked with him, so it's hard to sit back as a commentator.
That's what happens when you call fights.
I know.
Fights of your friends or your friend's team,
Yeah, exactly. But I
think that's an unbiased opinion.
Unbiased, impartial opinion. I truly
Keenan
believe
showed up to fight.
Won every round.
And he kind of just imposed his game plan better than Chris was able to,
Yeah, he should be really proud of himself tonight. Did really well fighting the bigger guy. Did a great job. I mean, better jab, better inside fighting.
Busier.
Yeah, it wasn't until the 4th really we said that
Chris let his hands go a little more.
Chris let his hands go where you could give him some moments, but I mean, you could see it from Keenan Raymond here, and the crowd loving Keenan Raymond here in Melrose Memorial Hall. They're loving Keenan Raymond. Yeah, they were definitely into that performance. So, I don't know. We'll see. Kyle. Like he said, that first fight had a 77-75 card that really surprised us. Right. We'll see what we.
But given the
this
surprising card on that one, I would be shocked if he went the other way on this one against the guy with the forward pressure.
I'll be very surprised. We'll go to Peter Zimbor to read us the scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for both of these warriors? After 4 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Joe Peace scores the fight 39-37 for Raymond. Judge Jackie Morrell scores the fight 39-37 for Mario Christopher Ramirez. Judge Ken Bolovic scores the fight 40-36 for your winner via unanimous split decision, Alfred.
Okay, well, Keenan Raymond wins, and I agree with that card.
Oh yeah, the right guy won. Again, never know what you're going to get with judges. I don't.
Jackie Morrell's 39-37 card.
I don't see any world where
Mario Ramirez.
Where Keenan Raymond lost 3 rounds.
Personally, do not see that. I think the right guy won. I'm more in the line with Ken Bolovich's scorecard of 40-36. I'm okay with the 39-37 card for Keenan Raymond, but again, I really don't know what to say about that 39-37 card for Ramirez. I'm frankly surprised.
Yeah.
But the right guy, I think the right guy won.
It just drives home the point that in these 4-round fights,
anything
you got to try to put a guy out.
Yeah.
Like Hagler said, these are my 2 judges.
Right.
Like, those are probably the safest judges to depend on.
So, congratulations to Keenan Raymond.
Yeah.
He gets another win.
Well-earned win for
Well
Keenan.
earned tonight. Ramirez can go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, and again, it was another tough fight.
Tough fight, yes.
Ramirez has taken some tough fights out of his first 5, and
certainly.